Ken, welcome to Radioacktiva, man. How are you?
It's good to be here. Thanks for your time. I'm great.
It's a very interesting new record. There's like a lot of story behind it, and of course the lyrics and Guthrie and all that. So you got a lot of explaining to do. How did the whole relationship with Nora Guthrie started?
Nora's son, Cole, who is Woody's grandson, when he was a teenager, 20 plus years ago, was, had our poster on his wall, and his mother said, "Who's that band?" And he said, I think, they have a lot in common with Grandpa, kind of thing. And so she reached out to us and invited us down to come go through the archives of. He has hundreds and hundreds of pages of lyrics that he never put to music, or at least nobody knows what the music was. And so they're just sitting in a vault, and so it's nice to be. So when they respect an artist, they allow them to come down and take the opportunity to put his words to music, and let the public hear it.
Tell me about that process. You know what? One thing is you guys getting together and writing lyrics, or maybe you or another of the musician from the Dropkick Murphys bringing a lyric to the band. But another thing is adapting something that was written decades ago into a song. How that worked?
Um, so I got the opportunity to go down to the archives and hold the actual pieces of paper he wrote the songs on. In the 1940s, it was a pressure sealed, temperature controlled room, and I had to wear special gloves. It was, but an amazing experience to hold those pieces of history. And there was certain topics that I was looking for, but not necessarily married to topics. But a lot of times, honestly, the melody just jumped off the page at me. So most of these songs were written when I would I look at a lyric and have it just jump off the page at me, and start to just kind of have that vocal melody in my head, and we create the song around that. And I'd say we recorded 20 songs this time around, and probably 16 of them, that's how it happened, and the other four took a little more digging into and a lot of work. But I joke with Nora. I say, I feel so comfortable with these lyrics. Part of me thinks maybe I'm your father reincarnated, because I almost feel like I know them. It's so we got a good laugh out of that. But who knows? You never know. Um, yeah.
And I'm guessing that since you went to all that process of the lyrics and meeting Nora and all that, that's why you decided to do the album fully acoustic, like Guthrie's music.
Yeah, we just wanted to do something that was a little bit. We wanted it to be Dropkick Murphys, but we wanted to pay homage to his style and his era of music as well. And it made it very unique and different, and I think it was the right decision to do. But at the same time, as much as it's acoustic, I feel like we also wanted it to be powerful at the same time. We didn't want it to sound like three old guys sitting on a stool in a bar.
But it does have the spirit of the Dropkick Murphys. I've listened to the first track without knowing about the whole process or Woody Guthrie or anything. They just sent me a lyric, and I started listening to it, and then I started reading about the process, and I was like, "Oh, this is an acoustic Dropkick Murphys record." And then I realized the whole story of Woody Guthrie and all the lyrics. So I think that's interesting. That has to be probably one of the biggest challenge for this album.
It was because we didn't use any amplifiers. We did it. We at points we thought, well, we'll do it mostly acoustic, but then we realized it would have just drifted back towards a normal Dropkick album. So we wanted to really kind of into force ourselves into doing what we were doing.
I also understand that some of the lyrics, correct me please if I'm wrong, were never published before.
Oh, none of the lyrics are published before. Yeah, they're all unpublished lyrics. Yeah, except I'm sorry, the last song, "Dig a Hole." There was a rare recording of it that Woody did at what they call the National Archives. It's the place where Donald Trump should have left all his papers that he's getting searched for now. But basically, the country thought so highly of Woody Guthrie that they said, we need you to come to the National Archives and record music so we can save this music as part of American history. So that's where the version of "Dig a Hole," which is the final song in the album, that's the only already published lyric uh, on the album.
And I with everything you're sharing with me, it makes sense. The title, "This Machine Still Kills Fascists."
Yeah, well, "This machine kills fascists" is the famous quote that he had painted on his guitar. And I believe the message to be that the power of a guitar, you know, can go travel much farther and have a greater impact than any weapon can, because music can change minds, and music can influence people, and music can motivate people, and a song can travel around the world, where a bullet usually doesn't.
I actually liked also the art for the album, the cover with the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to make it like a shrine to Woody Guthrie.
That's the word I was looking for. I just couldn't recall it.
Yeah.
But love it. Well, once again, thank you very much for being with us. I really wanted to ask you those few questions about this process because I think it's a very interesting record, and of course, an interesting process to create such an album with these lyrics never been published before, and the Dropkick Murphys giving a twist, but still keeping the style of the band. So, congratulations, great album.
Thank you so much, my friend. Good talking to you.
Have a very nice
Bye-bye.
day. Looking forward to see you back in Colombia soon.
Thank you. We miss you guys in Colombia
Well, hopefully you come back soon.
very much. Thank you.